Closing. The Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the Israelites, man. You know, and these 144,000 men out of those 12 tribes are going to wake up and get salvation along with their household and go with it, man. So with that, I'm passing on to the next one.
This is Isaiah chapter 13, verse 1. The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amoz did see, lift up a banner upon the high mountain.
Y'all got the banner out here. Look at this. This is coming to pass soon in Babylon. It says America will be destroyed by fire. Bring that back.
The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amoz did see, lift up a banner upon the high mountain, exalt the voice unto them.
I get a picture of this brother right now. We out here exalting the voice of the Lord, but he's lifting up this banner, and we out here telling about the prophecies and the downfall and destruction of America. Because this place can't go on much longer. Keep going.
Exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand, that they may go into the gates of the noble. I have commanded my sanctified ones. I have also called my mighty ones for my anger, even them that rejoice in my highness. The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord of hosts mustereth the host of the battle. They come from a far country, from the end of heaven.
That's speaking about the nukes coming from a far country, from the ends of heaven. And intercontinental ballistic missile, which is what ICBM stand for, is what basically when the brothers going into how the other nations got their sanctions lifted up off of them, so now they're allowed to own those weapons of mass destruction, such as Iran and Russia. They're able to basically make deals as well with such as passing them on to other countries and so forth, which they couldn't before. So go ahead.
It says, the noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord of hosts musters the host of the battle. They come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord, and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. Howl ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt.
Right. Keep going. No, keep going.
And they shall be afraid. Pangs and sorrows shall take hold of them.
Pangs and sorrows shall take hold of them because, you know, when they get in that time of travail, when it set in that their place ain't gonna last much longer, their life that they live in of luxury is not gonna be no more. They're gonna be sorrowful. And not only that, they're gonna be sorrowful because they wasn't getting right. And then they face gonna be filled with shame. Keep going. Talk about everybody, actually. 2/3 of our people, and then the heathens.
It says, they shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall be amazed one at another. Their faces shall be as flames. Behold, the day of the Lord cometh, cruel both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it.
Gonna lay the land desolate. If y'all know what anything of desolate look like, just go take a trip to the Sahara Desert. That's what desolation looks like. where not many inhabitants thereof live. It's like made like rodents and scorpions and shit like that. Can you get that for me in Isaiah 40? Where you stopped at, by the way?
That was verse 9.
Get 10 for me, and then I'm gonna have a witness.
For the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened in its going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine.
Exactly. So people can't even picture a time like that where it's possible, what I would imagine, an eclipse where the moon will block out the light of the sun, but also they said that the stars won't give their light either. So it's gonna be darkness.
You gotta think about it. It's probably gonna be like another attack, and then like probably like a landmass being blotted, being wiped out, and then like
Power grid gonna
Yeah, like smoking.
I was thinking that y'all feeling
Shit
the air.
going up to where you can't see past the smoking shit.
And these devils, these devils gonna cut the power grid off. So it's gonna be just straight darkness
Dark as
out
fuck.
here, man.
It's like, can I say something? Matter of fact, this brother on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? He had brought out in the new X-Files 2016 one, they brought out the basically the agenda that they plan on doing. And they was saying shit like that. They're saying they're gonna have it where there's gonna be like an EMP bomb or some shit like that. The night's we're gonna cut off and shit. That's gonna be part of the terrorist attack, the multiple terrorist attacks, which the Illuminati part is called combined attacks. So they gonna have that shit.
Yeah, it's like when it's a blackout. You ever been outside like it's a blackout or something? Like it's black as fuck, like it's dark as fuck. The street lights actually come a lot of light, and the won't give a lot of light, but I like the street lights and stuff, dude. Like when there's a blackout, like it's a couple times in the paper, it's blackout. Like it's like actually dark as fuck outside.
Like perfect example, like in the early 2000s when we had that blackout and shit. Just that one day, like everything was so fucking dark, you couldn't see shit.
They're gonna fire or
Right.
something.
You got like a little flashlight, that bitch was like a fucking beam.
Hey,
Like,
niggas was wildin' that night too. Yeah, niggas was
So
wildin'.
it's gonna go back to how it was in the ancient world where you just got the moon, but you say the moon gonna get blotted out,
What
but
we gonna have is candles.
so the lighter. I got that Isaiah.
Sorry, get that one.
That's gonna be a long night.
If lucky ain't that Egypt darkness, you couldn't even light a fucking fire.
Yeah.
47.
That shit was so.
This is Isaiah 47 and 8. Therefore, hear now this, thou that are given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that dwellest carelessly.
Like if you was to say, for example, these people that's living rich, that don't have a care in the world, as the elders were saying on the live stream I was watching yesterday, they could go eat dinner in one place, catch supper in another, eat dessert in another country. You know, they don't have a care in the world because they got all the riches, the wealth that they can ever ask for. Keep going. They dwellest carelessly.
That dwellest carelessly, that sayest in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children.
And they professing themselves to be as the Most High, but call themselves I am, and there is none else besides me. Basically saying just like this confession. They profess themselves to be gods, or professing themselves to be wise, and making themselves fools. Ultimately, in the end, keep going.
Keep going on this. Yeah. This is verse 9. But these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day: the loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon thee in their perfection. For the multitude of thy sorceries, for thy great abundance of thine enchantments. Hey, if I could just add something right here. The sorceries and enchantments, man, that's talking about when they summon the spiritual demon Satan. So, it's Revelations 18 and 7. How much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her, for she saith in her heart, I set a queen and am no widow and shall see no sorrow.
Exactly. So she glorified herself and lived deliciously. Basically, this is their queendom. I don't call it a kingdom because it's a land of Sodom and Egypt. So this is their queendom, and they in the power seat right now that the Lord gave them because we sinned and went off. But she claimed that she will not be a widow and know the loss of children, but she will because the Lord got to the answer the trick bag. No, let that get a precept by the brother.
Second Ezra chapter 15, verse 49. So I will send plagues upon thee, widowhood, poverty, famine, sword, and pestilence, to waste thy houses with destruction and death. And the glory of thy power shall be dried up as a flower, when the heat shall arise that is set over thee. And say, thou shalt be weakened as a poor woman with stripes, and as one chastised with wounds, so that the mighty and lover shall not be able to receive thee. Say verse 50. Saying the glory of thy power shall be dried up as a flower, when the heat shall arise. When the heat shall arise that is sent over thee, thou shalt be weakened as a poor woman with stripes, and as one chastised with wounds, so that the mighty and lovers shall not be able to receive thee.
That's beautiful, man. The scripture is actually kind of humorous because it's speaking about
Good eye, good eye.
great sword. That's how they gonna be basically. As also as scripture say, as women when she travaileth, when the pains and sorrows take hold.
How she try to act righteous? She got her hair covered, but she got her heels on.
It ain't gonna say verbatim that it's gonna be, but you know, the scriptures is on point. And that's what this brother about to get.
This is James 5:5. Ye have lived in pleasure on the earth and been wanton. Ye have nourished your hearts as in a day of slaughter.
Basically said, you had lived in pleasure on earth. Basically, also like the brother said in Revelation 18:7, that they had lived deliciously, and in Isaiah that they dwell in.
Bitch still taking pictures, man.
But
Hey, bro, you got a flyer?
You got one look? Y'all just gave them all out.
We gotta get some more.
GMS YouTube. GMS Hebrew Israelites.
This Jeremiah 50:13. Because of the wrath of the Lord, it shall not be inhabited, but it shall be holy, desolated. Everyone that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished and hiss at all her plagues.
He said, because of the wrath of the Lord, it shall be. Because of the wrath of the Lord it shall not be inhabited. Basically, said holy desolate, as I was speaking of earlier, like a desert is. Basically, not too many people that I know of would actually go to live out there because it's always too hot, and at nighttime it gets extremely cold. Not to mention, like the waters, it's holy desolate, and that's how Babylon will be after this bitch get nuked down to the ground.
All right, this 14. Put yourselves in array against Babylon, around and about. All you that beat the bow, shot at her spear, no arrow.
Exactly. All you that bid the bow, shoot at her and spare no arrow. Basically going into these other countries. Can you drop that and get Obadiah 1:7? Basically saying these other countries, man, they gonna everybody that got nukes at their expense is gonna use them, and they gonna nuke this place, America first.
Let's talk about the arrow, talk about the nuclear missiles.
He got it. Obadiah 1:7.
This is Obadiah 1:7. All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have have deceived thee.
Stop right there. He said all the men that are at peace with thee have deceived thee. So everybody that's allies with this place, such as NATO, they have deceived thee, man, because they're gonna turn on Babylon the Great. They're gonna turn on this whore America.
Oh yeah.
And prevailed, they have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. This is verse 8. Shall I not in that day, saith Yahawah, even destroy the wise man out of Edom and the understanding out of the mount of Esau?
Exactly. And that's bringing destruction on this place of all these things. Wickedness and corruption.
This is Jeremiah chapter 49, verse 7. Concerning Edom, thus saith the Lord of hosts, is wisdom no more in Teman? Is counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished? Flee ye, turn back, dwell deep, O inhabitants of the dead. For I will bring the calamity of Esau upon him, the time that I will visit him. It says, if grape gatherers come to thee, will they not leave some gleaning grapes? If these by night, will they not destroy till they have enough? But I have made Esau a bear. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself.
Hey, Yahawah, the brother got a precept for you. Hey, take your hood off.
Revelations 17, verse 16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire.
Sorry. Yeah, that goes said like the beast gonna hate the whore, like the NATO gonna shoot on this bitch, just like the scripture just said.
Yeah, so basically,
The whole world is gonna turn on this bitch.
yeah, you're right. The whole right. Even the allies, United States allies, gonna turn on.
Yeah.
I can just go back.
Said somebody speak.
Hey, you ever notice how United States, they notice somebody else making nuclear missiles, how they go smash their country? Because they know, you know what I mean? So they see another country making missiles, man, they on them off time.
Yeah, they know these countries hate them, man.
They know the prophecies more importantly, so they trying to stop that shit.
Ain't that the reason why they went into the Middle East, talking about they had weapons of mass destruction? But they ain't showed us a motherfucking firecracker yet? Go ahead, this is